because now I know what you're doing. Okay, homework piece 1. We're going to come up on your step stool. Up, up, up. Yay, good job. And then if he sits, he got a treat for that. And if he sits, he gets another treat. And then I'm just going to build out a little bit of duration. So if he stands up, if he starts to mug me for treats, I'm going to toss a treat off the couch. And we'll talk about that in a couple minutes. So he got up. Because I really waited too long. So I'm like, all right, go get that treat over there. I'm like, all right, come up here. This is home base. This is where we're working. And I want to start building duration. Hi, can you come up? Can you do it? You can do it. You're so cute. Do you know your name yet? What's that? What is that? What are you doing? Oh no, I know I got the treats in my hand. Ooh, right there. Yay!
Good boy.
Oh, good job. I mean, down the road we can call it go to bed or something. I'm not worried about that. Sit. Oh, use those brain cells. Sit. Oh, too hard. Oh, good job. Okay. So now I'm going to be like 1 second, treat. And then I'm going to start going for 1, 2, treat. I'm just building duration.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, treat. If he stands up, we're going to toss a treat off, and I might have you do the next round because this is all pretty easy. Treat to get up on the box, treat to sit, and then we're going to go right into like, let's start building sort of some duration. Let's say up to 10 seconds. So I'm going in my head, I'm actually kind of counting to 5 right now. Oh, he got up, no big deal. Toss it off. Because when you start working on actually gathering your keys, your coat, your shoes, your bags, whatever you do when you leave, when you're practicing, if he can't stay still, if he's like, what are you doing, Mom? Where are you going? What's going on? We're going to be like, okay, cool, take a break. Like, I understand that you're a little stressed out. You can just take a break. So the idea is that we're going to start using desensitization. Hi, up, up, up. Who's up there? I need the world's tiniest treats for you. I know. Oh, yeah, I'm glad I brought the soft things. Kitty, good job. So he gets up, he gets a treat. I'm going to do one more time, and then if he sits, he gets a treat, and you can help him out with that piece. And then if he stands up, we're going to toss the treat off, but really I just want to start being like 1, treat, 1, 2, treat. So while I'm doing this, 1 or 2 things is going to happen. He's either going to stand up, 1, 2, 3, treat, or he's going to lay down. If he lays down, I'm going to start adding distance. Meaning I'm going to stand up, and if he's still laying down, I'm going to give him a treat. And then I'm going to step a foot away, and if he's still laying down, I'm going to give him a treat. So as long as he tells me he's comfortable, I want to start working towards the things that I do when I leave. So right now, when you put the food bowl down and you leave, you're distracting him. And he's going to start being like, that's trap. That's trap. I know that's trap. I know it's trap. I know it's trap. Maybe sometimes you're just like, well, I'm still love my food, so I'm still going to eat it. But when we're doing homework, I want to be like, you can kind of get to control the scenario. If you're just going to sit here, we're just going to work on building duration. But if you tell me you're so comfortable, because really I'm like, really the rule right now is I'm like, you're like a prince. I will bring the food to you as long as you keep staying there, which is really nice. And I'm not really using any verbal cues right now because part of this is we're just having a conversation back and forth. He just doesn't know it yet. Oh my gosh, I'm out. So guess what? We're going to let Mom do the next round. All done. And if you need to get that, get that. I'm surprised your hobby hasn't stuck his.
Sorry?
I'm surprised your kitty hasn't stuck his nose into my treat bag yet. I just feel like he's
I
that
know.
super helpful.
Me too. Yeah, they're both very food motivated.
Yes, you are like a little round butterball. You're very cute.
You're very cute. Oh, he's on rations. He was even bigger when I adopted him.
I'm sure he tells you about how much he is neglected and does not get enough food all the time. Okay. So, your turn. So, if he gets up, he gets a treat. And also, I have a bunch of really, really, really tiny things. Yeah, it was like break your treats up. Up, he gets a treat.
Up here. Good boy.
And then if he sets a good treat, and then I just want you to kind of start thinking about what do I do if he stays? If he stays in the sit, it's 1 treat, 1, 2 treat. Oh, it's gonna fall off. And then you're gonna start building a little duration. If he lays down, to change the game on you a little bit.
Okay.
And then we'll give him a break because this is a pretty long training session for him. Nice. Okay,
Oh,
so
that
pick
was
that
my
up,
fault.
toss a treat off. That's okay.
Oh.
And I honestly, hey, yeah, good job. Hey,
There you go. Come on.
right there, right there. What's that? He's like, well, now this is really hard to get on and off the bed. I'll tell you what, if he does sit, you can give him another treat right where he is, but otherwise we're gonna let him take a break for a second.
Okay.
Because it's really what I want him to
Who's
understand.
gonna give me a treat?
While we are working on things, he is allowed to opt in and out of the game, because when you're dealing with separation anxiety, it's about stress. And so I'm like, okay, I'm trying to reduce the stress, so I'm only gonna move forward if you're really showing me operationally that you're not stressed. So I'm kind of using the fact that he's relaxing into the sit, and especially the down, to be like, oh, you lay down? Oh, I can make the game harder now. And I'm gonna give you the outline of what harder looks like. Just let him do what he wants for a second, let him breathe. I think what he's gonna do in a second is he's gonna pop back up here without the ball, in which case put a treat down and see if you can get the sit and build a little duration again. So this is kind of answering the question of, when I'm not here watching you, this is what we're gonna be walking through. And so I'm just gonna let him take a break. And if you play this game for 2 minutes a day, fine. If you play it for 8 minutes a day, fine. I probably wouldn't do more than that.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about, I know this isn't gonna help tomorrow, so we'll talk about what to do next. You're super cute. You're a sassy little thing. I fully believe, having met a couple more Shih Tzu and Shih Tzu crosses lately, I fully believe we need more of them in the city. I actually think they're incredibly tolerant of all the noises and all the people and all the dogs.
Oh.
And like, it's kind of like a Cavalier, except they have a lot of health issues. So I'm like, I feel like we need more of them in the city. People want easy dogs, and I'm like, I present to you an easy dog.
I know, and instead everybody got the poodle mixes during the pandemic.
They're very cute.
But they're a
not
handful.
easy.
No.
No. There are a couple out there, but as a rule, well, and also I see the problem dogs, so who knows? Maybe there are a lot of easy poodles out there. I just don't see them. I have one in the building next door to you that's a handful. He's adorable. His name's Ollie. He's so cute.
Oh, right
He's
next.
a sheepadoodle. Yeah.
Yeah, right next door we have a doodle mix who's huge, and he's just.
Did you find some freebies?
You did.
That's okay. That happens.
Oh, and these break up really.
That's
easily.
good. Yeah, I was gonna